Hey, how's it going, man? Thought you posted your replay on Reddit. I thought I'd give you a hand. For reference, I'm a Champ 1 player. Actually just placed in Diamond 3. I actually have to climb back up again. But yeah, I went over, watched your video twice now, so I think I'm ready to actually do some form of review. But yeah, let's hop right into it. Just for reference's sake, I'm not a very mechanical skilled player. And still manage to climb mostly through sense of positioning. So a lot of the stuff I usually pick on is game sense and positioning whenever I'm trying to help out my buddies. That's probably what I'll talk a lot about during this. But yeah, let's get into it. So here, good, you look, see what they're doing. Hopefully you can communicate to your buddies there. Who's going to go for that ball? So you jump there. Not super into that. If you would have not jumped, you would have been able to get the ball off of the wall a little bit and a little bit further out in the center for your buddies. But it's okay. I'm not going to nitpick a lot on that. I like that you're trying to recover there too. That's a good mechanic and a good habit you want to get into as the game starts to get faster. I'm actually going to talk about that a little bit later on. I like your positioning here. This guy, Thrill, is so far out of position and has cut you off in the rotation. He was here. He needed to come back, and he needs boost, because I know he doesn't have any. And he's still trying to make a play, and he's just punching with his teammate here. There's not really a whole lot you can do with this. I do like that you're staying back and not getting sucked into it, although I know you do later on. But for now, this is good. I like where you're staying here. That one could have been bad. So I really like the pinch attempt there. That's definitely a scenario where you can pinch it off the wall and then potentially follow it up. Unfortunately, you kind of miss the pinch. I'm not going to nitpick on that too much. Happens. I still do it. Here is where you do something wrong. So this guy has won the touch on the ball, and he is now going to push it away from you. Oops. My epic pen. So I know from watching this video that you turn and try to catch this ball and try and touch it in some way. You do eventually give up on it. You want to get rid of that habit. What I typically tell my buddies is that if the ball is directly above you, odds are you shouldn't be going for it unless you're defending. If, for instance, you're on attack and you see the ball like directly above you, odds are your teammates probably have a better shot on the ball than you do. And this is kind of broaching into that category. What you instead should be doing is, instead of focusing on this ball, accept that you are no longer in a position to touch it, and you should get this guy. Ruin his day. Because what you can do here is, one, bump him and remove him from the equation, and possibly screw up their rotations. And let's say that you miss and you're not able to bump him or demo him or really do anything to him. You are still in a position where you can keep your momentum up, go across, and potentially hit the goalie that I know is right there. If you don't hit him, you can go and steal their boost, and you can boost starve them. This is one of those game sense things that changes the game. You don't see it, and oftentimes you can't really tell that the who's making these plays because it's not super flashy like a ceiling shot or an air dribble, but it absolutely puts a lot of pressure on the defense, and you can take away their ability to save any shots that come their way. But if memory serves, you guys end up getting a goal off of this regardless. God, your teammates are in such a bad spot. You guys are all three. Actually, Thrill there is in a better position than Mr. Rubin, or he needs to be either further in the middle, he's just encroaching on you there, and he's probably not going to be able to touch the ball either, although it ends up working out for him. Yeah, he gets a touch on it, but really shouldn't be that many of you in one spot because they can counterattack super easily off of that. Oh yeah, here. Okay, don't back up on the kickoff. You may want to, but you need to not do that because, and you're actually going to find out here because I know you end up the garbage here. You see your teammate is now going for the ball and this one is coming back. Great. That's what they should do. I'm not sure what this guy is going to do, but if I see this in my games, what I'm going to do is cheat forward. And I'm going to pick up any garbage that comes out of this 50-50 that's about to happen between Mr. Rubin and the enemy team. And if memory serves, this ball actually ends up coming out here. This is a godsend for you if you had decided to cheat forward. Instead of backing up, what you should do is don't boost, don't dodge, just casually drive across this boost pad and wait for this ball to basically to come out of the 50-50. If it goes poorly and this guy hard loses the 50-50, you've got this guy over here who now has a full canister and can make a play on the ball, and then you can rotate back around and assist him when he goes to make the play. You coming back here is a safe option, but it doesn't add a whole lot of value, and there's a lot of downtime where you could be doing other things. And I rarely see anybody do this as you continue to climb. So I would just start now. Just start cheating forward. If this guy over here decides to instead cheat forward, so instead of going back for boost, he actually comes across the middle and waits for the garbage to come out, you can go grab the boost instead of him. But either way, I would stop backing up like that. It's not really productive. But and you'll see why here. If you would have cheated up for this right here, that's a goal, 100%. Sazel Jr. is not going to be there in time to make that save. And what you can actually do is if you want to start getting into more mechanics, you can, instead of taking a hard shot here, triple that, put it on top of your car, and flick it over. But one of those nitpicky things. Oh, right here. Okay. I'm going to pause it right here. Okay. So I didn't see what happened leading up to this and how this guy is going to get a 1v1 versus you with this ball. But there was the potential for the save here. So what you needed to do, I know that you are going to path your car and you are going to sit right about here, which is wrong. You needed to go here. Because what you've done to yourself is essentially cut off all of this available space to you. And all of this available space is time for you to react to his shot. If you look at the scenario right now, you and I both know that this is going to be a 1v1. The fortunate thing for you is you just picked up this boost, which means you now have resources. And what's going to end up happening here is you're going to go too far up, and he's going to sail the ball on you, and it ends up in a goal, right? So, unfortunate. So this is a positioning mistake here. You come back, good. You're dodging, good. If you come here instead, your options are limitless. And you'll see the pros do this a lot when they do 1v1s and when they are, even in 3v3s, when they're trying to defend goal. Because defending far post here, you can defend the entire goal, especially if you have boost in the tank. So for instance, if he goes low corner here, you just boost forward, pop it out. And in fact, if you can get a good enough read on the ball or he has a soft touch, you can actually clear it forward to your teammates that are up there, and they can actually get onto a counterattack, which happens a lot as you start to rank up. Another option, let's say he tries to go for this corner, you can fast aerial and boost to that. and save this ball. If he decides to go for this corner, I know he eventually goes here, but if he decides to go for this corner, you can boost up to here. From this position right here, the only things you're saving are this half of the goal. If he shoots in this half and you're not quick enough on the draw, sayonara. And that's exactly what happens. So that's one thing that you can fix to help you climb up here. I can tell you that from being in this rank previously, and I've actually before, so I've been through this at a higher rank. Defense absolutely wins games. Boost is king, and defense is king. I guess, but defense absolutely wins games. Keep going here. I think you back up here again. So you see this guy actually cheats forward, which he should do. If you see him cheat forward like that, you go for boost. And you go for boost in such a way that when you turn and grab it, you want to rotate back this way. So that if this 50-50 goes poorly, you are now boosting across, ready to save anything that gets shot. I see a lot of people when they go for boost like this, and they turn up to try and go on the attack, which works in like well-coordinated play. Like if these guys are going for 50-50, it's like, hey, I'm going back left, come forward. That can work sometimes, but in solo queue, that's generally not a great idea. And especially if you do go for this, your teammates are going to be super mad at you when that comes back and goes. Bad things happen. So he cheats forward, come over here, snag this boost, rotate back, just in case something comes out, and then react accordingly from there. But again, backing up doesn't really serve a whole lot of value here. Here, okay. So I have another comment here. You're going to go up for this aerial, as you should. This is your ball. You need to get to this. And you do. I know you're low on boost, but you do a great job of managing that boost. This is honestly a pretty good play, and you did a lot for your team there. But I have a mechanic nitpick, small one. You need to be going for what's called fast aerials, and I'll show you this in the free play room real quick after this review. But he goes up for this ball. You've decided to commit. Instead of double jumping like that and then boosting, you need to be boosting at the same time that you do the double jumps. So if you have the same key bindings as me, that's going to be A and B at the same time. And what you're going to notice that as you start doing that mechanic, one, you're going to beat everybody to the ball when you go for it in the air, and it's going to amaze you. It's going to amaze you so much, I promise. I remember climbing 2 ranks after I learned to do one mechanic, and it doesn't take that much time, and it's pretty standard as you rank up. So I would get that mechanic in your bag of tricks. Yeah, I'll show you what that looks like in replay after this review, but definitely something you want to start doing. You are going to mess it up as you continue to try it, although it looks to me like you have no fear of trying new things, based on the fact that I've seen you try some half flips here that don't always go well, but it's something you should be doing. But yeah, I would definitely try doing those fast aerials. Learn that mechanic. You'll need it. All 3 of them punched up right there. Okay, there. So another little nitpick. Grab boost, awesome. Come across, you're in great position to do a lot with this ball. Your positioning there is great, your game sense is great. That was a good play. You mess it up here by actually dodging. What you want to do is instead simply drive into this ball, hit it off of the wall here, and then essentially you just pass it to yourself, and you can actually get a nice little boop on goal if your mechanics are popping off that day. Even if not, you're still in possession of the ball to do with it as you please. Instead, you dodge here, and it works out, but you have more control over your car when you don't dodge like that. So, just a small nitpick. But otherwise, solid play. Your teammate there, I don't know what he was doing. He didn't get lost. Here. Shit. Hang on. Back up. So I like the attempt at the wave dash. Again, another mechanic that's pretty good to execute during these things. However, you mess it up, and now you're in a position you've actually lost momentum. This should be kind of panic mode for you right now, because I see one guy here, and I don't remember where this other guy was. I think he's somewhere over here to the far left. Either that or ready to contest this ball. Either way, you are in a scenario right now where this guy has been booped. He's going to take this boost, so I know he's almost out. You are almost out, and they are on the attack. You need to get back, like, now. Like, right now. And you need to steal these welfare boosts on the way so that you can have something in the tank to save whatever shot is coming. If memory serves correctly here, you actually path this way, and you take a lot of time getting back. And it ends up working out because the blue team does some bad stuff. And I know that they bunch up right here, and it's an easy clear for you guys. But that's just not a habit you want to get into. You've messed up your wave dash. It happens. I still do it. But you need to realize that that's the mistake that you made, and, like, book it. You need to get back right now. You need to go back to far post, get ready for the rotation, and get ready to make a ball and ass save. But instead, do a half flip. You go looking for the boost that's not there, and your teammate actually wins the 3v1 because the blue team is bad. Your positioning here is good. I like this. You're in a position to receive this ball. You messed that up there. I would have just tried to roll this, like tap it to the front of my car, and then basically give myself options of what I want to do, or even have it bounce off of my car and try and hit the backboard and hope that one of my teammates can pick that up. Or I can do it myself. I'm not the greatest at backboard shots, so I usually leave it to my teammates to try and make a play on it. Either way, putting it against the backboard forces the defense to react, and it puts a lot of pressure on them. So that's what I would have done there. I'm not sure if that's what you were trying to do, but just food for thought. Otherwise, this isn't too bad. These mistakes happen, and you end up giving them the ball back, but I'm not going to do too much for that. Here. This is a small nitpick. They're on the attack now. You need to go for that boost, not this one. This one's going to get you back faster. You can dodge to it. You have 50 in the tank that you can actually use to get there, because, hey, it's going to refill once you grab it. And you know that there's nobody there to steal it from you. So this takes too long. You need to here. And then rotate back to far post, get ready to get in the rotation. Yeah, and see, you would have been there in time to maybe clear this along this wall and send it back and get ready for the counterattack. Luckily, they miss, but this could have been a lot worse than it was. Up for it. Not the greatest double commit, but hey, it happens. I know you're both trying to save that. Your boy Thrill misses hard. And he's gonna cut you off the rotation. He needs to rotate back there. That's not your fault. This is a solid tap by you. Great read. He steals the boost. Okay, so you're in a situation where you're low on boost. It's okay. You managed to get the ball back. This is scary. So look at what's going on here. You have essentially this guy is last man back, right? But he can't see you. He's got ball cam on. He sees this. He thinks that you are somewhere either back there or where you currently are. And where you currently are is bad. What can happen here, and what often does happen, is these two are going to go for this 50-50. Let's say that your team loses. This ball is going to go boop over in your net. And there's nothing you can do about it because you got nothing in the tank. So where you should actually be stop. Take off ball cam. Let these two go forward and do their thing. Because honestly, if it was me, I'm thinking that the 50-50 is actually going to happen right here if this guy turns and contests. In which case, we're going to be on the back foot again. What you should be doing here, turn off ball cam, hard left, snag that corner boost, and get ready to either rotate on defense if this 50-50 is lost. If the 50-50 is won, then you get to push forward and get an offensive rotation. What you do here is super aggressive and super risky because you're just going to get cleared on and scored. I don't think they end up scoring on you, but just one of those things. Yeah, that could have been really bad. And you guys are bunched up here. He cuts you off in the rotation. It's fine. It happens. It was a good job of not getting sucked into that and saving that boost when this guy cut you off on the rotation. That's just going to happen. Game sense and positioning is something that everyone has to work on. Luckily, you see the situation and react accordingly. But yeah, good job not getting sucked into that. And screw that guy for cutting you off. But it happens. They go for the double commit. So they are low on boost now. Drill here needs to fuck off. Excuse my language. I actually don't know how old you are. So he loses the battle. Drill, you're done. Like, you're out of the play now. Mr. Rubberman needs to come up and make this play, and he does, as he should. Thrill needs to come and grab this boost and rotate all the way back. You need to be supporting Ruben. Which you sort of do. You kind of go this way, which is fine because honestly, this is where I would be, waiting for the result of this play, so that if he wins the 50-50, I can come in on attack. If he loses it, I'm there to defend, and I have support from Thrill, even though he's an idiot. But yeah, that's just me. Everybody bunches up here. This could have been a potential problem if they tried to attack. Nice flick, dude. Again, good job on going for the pinch there. That's absolutely a good play. You'll get the hang of it. Just one of those practice things. Attack that, yeah. So there, you can actually want to. This isn't to say bad. Like, that's actually a good clear. But it would have been better if you would have done either one of two things. First is keep it and just maintain possession. Force them to come to you to react. Depends on how you feel about your dribbling skills. Another good one to do, off the backboard over here. Then you can hit a backboard shot if you're feeling ballsy, or can instead, since I know Thrill's going to go for it, you can attempt to take out one of these guys, and in the meantime, snag that corner boost that's over there. But this is still a good play. I don't have too many questions. You force them to make a play. See, they miss, and that's just a lot of pressure that's on them. Their rotations are messed up. They had to snag that panic boost. You need to be boosting there. You need to keep your momentum up. Take ball cam off, grab your boost, and then put ball cam back on and react accordingly. You're too slow there. Speed it up. He's gonna try and pass it back to you. You mess it up. It happens. That could have been bad, but it was a good attempt at a play. Yeah, that's all you, baby. That's alright. That's a good shot. See, you put a... And that's exactly what happens. It may seem like luck, but look at all the pressure you put on them. You force them to react to this ball. They double commit. This guy gets a shot on. He's rotating back in a panic, and they end up scoring on themselves. All this pressure you put on the defense, all because I missed goal? Yeah, I'll take that every day. And I know sometimes it's hard, like you get on yourselves, like, man, I should have made that shot, but we all do it. I still do it. Don't worry about the misses. Put pressure on the defense, force them to waste their resources to defend your shots, and you will climb. Again, don't back up. Keep forward. Do something productive here. This is actually a good play. Sorry, bad play by you. This is what you should have done. Let's back up. So if you would have cheated forward, there's a chance that you can steal this welfare boost, get to this ball, send it forward, put more pressure on the defense. Instead, you do not succeed in that, but it's okay. As you come over here, you snag this boost. Stop. Okay. Here's what's going to happen here. He's coming back. I saw the other guy go back that way, and so I know he's grabbing that corner boost that's over there. This is his ball to get to now. You've done what you can, and in fact, you're actually in a bad position because there's nothing you can do about this play. He's going to beat you to the ball. You're going to have no contest, and you quickly realize that as you turn around and try to get back in the rotation. But the thing is that if we watch this guy's hit, you'll see that it's very easily defendable by your team. Boom. Soft hit. That's gravy for the guy that's coming around for this boost to hit this ball. As long as Mr. Rubin doesn't cut him off and try and do some save, which I actually think he does. What you actually want to do here, come forward. Because he's going to go for a hard clear. You're going to be in a position right here to actually redirect it into goal. And if you miss, again, more pressure on the defense. And if you miss hard, like you end up hitting it on the bottom of your car, your buddies are still coming forward to support you. Odds are both of them are coming forward because they like to double commit. But yeah, I would have seen this hit, and I think I would have come down initially like you did, and then upon seeing this hit, I would have turned hard right and wait for this pass or wait for this clear to come up. Instead, you go for the ball here, and it's actually really bad. This is something you need to not do, because Drill has an amazing clear on the ball right now if he just comes forward, and he has the time to do so, and he has the boost to do so. You, on the other hand, can only pull the ball, dribble it this way, in which case the defense now has time to react and get set up over here and contest you in midfield. And what's worse is I think that Thrill ends up actually coming forward to save this ball, but he's not sure if you're going to touch it or not. And this is bad. You're basically playing mind games with your own teammates, and you don't want to do that. You guys need to help each other. So I always like to make it incredibly clear when I'm not going for the ball. I literally drive away from it and let this guy know, hey, this is yours. Helps to be in comms with people, but it's Rocket League comms. But what are you going to do? So yeah, don't go for this ball. Again, if it's one of those balls that's directly above you, odds are you shouldn't go for it. Too many of you in the same spot. You get cut off by Thrill. Happens. If I see this, I'm turning around and I'm putting more space in between me and my teammates. Like they're there, I'm gonna be way over here, ready for anything, really. But yep, seeing it goes over both of them. Now you guys are on the back foot. I hear two people going up. Throw goes up. He cuts off in the rotation again, but whatever. Okay, you need to not go for that. He's clearly going for it. Just let him. Odds are he's going to miss because that's a tough play. Even if he does hit it, I don't think there's a whole lot you can do, or that anybody can do. Nice half flip, by the way. He goes up. Yeah, I think he was going to try and put that in the middle, and you guys are all three just in one spot. Again, this is potential for disaster if the other team is better. Just let him have that. And since obviously he missed, this is an opportunity for you. If you were still here, you can hit it hard off of this corner. In case Mr. Rubin can come in and make an attempt at a goal, or you can try to dribble it up and around, or you can. There's a lot of options that you can do with this, but you chose the wrong one, and that's really where you need to read your teammates and just sometimes let them get the ball. Don't ball chase. So this was a mistake by you. Fortunately, I don't think it ends up too bad. Yeah, Mr. Rubin still comes in and hits that. I actually like your positioning here, waiting for the ball to come out. Good. Throw goes for it. That's not great. Let's look at this again. I'm thinking Thrill's not going to win this 50-50, and he doesn't. And you can now see that Mr. Rubberman's going to cut you off on the rotation. Here, I'm basically going to sit near a post here and wait. I'm literally just going to sit there and wait and see what happens. That's sort of what you do. Mr. Rubin unfortunately passes it to him, and you in the meantime have done what myself and others need to stop doing, is you've come forward and you've eliminated this space for yourself. We're back here, now you're up here, and again, it's one of those situations where you now have less time to react. If you would have stayed back here, just kind of be patient, wait for something to happen, while still keeping your momentum up and not moving forward more in the pitch, there's a potential to stop this ball from going in your goal. I don't think it goes in the here. Right? Yeah. But they get the rebound because you guys double commit. And honestly, that's Thrill's fault. He's not. You've been cut off in the rotation again. But it's still a ball that was potentially saved. And also, again, this is another one of those fast aerial things. If you would have done a fast aerial, you for sure get up there in time and save that. And then they don't have a chance for a redirect because it's going that way. But it's one of those mechanics you'll just have to work on. And it's absolutely one you have to be able to do in order to get up through Platinum and into Diamond and Champion. Good job looking, see what your teammate's going to do. Good. Boosting, or dodging to get the boost. Good spot here. Go for that. You need to go for that. You instead back up. And what I can tell you is, I don't know how confident I am in my teammates here. Yeah, right there. So I see him going up for that. There's a chance that he misses. But actually, I am going to take that back. There is a chance that he misses. And honestly, he messed up here. He puts this ball into the middle, perfect for them to take a shot. And I don't think he meant to do that. So I'm not gonna pick on you here. I would have stayed right here as well. In fact, I'd probably even be more post or far post here. But as soon as you do see this, you gotta go. Thrill's gonna go like an idiot. He's gonna cut you off in the rotation for the millionth time. The reason why you need to go forward here is that you do have the opportunity to go up for a 50-50 against this guy. And you always want to take that 50-50 up here. Odds are that that ball is not going to hit both of your cars at the same time and still go in the goal. So here I'm boosting forward now and trying to limit that cone. And by that cone, like for instance, if let's say the ball is right here, right? And he shoots and he's going to hit the ball. The path that the ball can take when he hits it is this cone shape, right? So this is all the possibilities where he can hit this ball. If you are out here, you have to defend all this space. If you're right here, you have to defend this space. And this space just happens to be about the size of your car. So this is where you want to be. And that's why they call it a 50-50, because it could go either way. He could hit it could bounce that way, or you can hit it can bounce that way. Nobody knows where it's going to go. But you need to cut off this cone here and make it easier for you to save that. Instead, you back up, and they get a solid shot on you here. Happens. That was a pretty good play by them. So nice job reacting to them not coming forward for that. What you actually want to do, you see this, you want to hit it right here on the corner of your car. You see that this guy is now having to come forward to make this contest. You want to come forward, hit this with the corner of your car, right here on the corner, and it's just banger right into the goal. And that's a free goal, man. Give me just a second. I have to. Okay. Good job sticking with it. You pass it in the middle, nobody's there. Happens. Honestly, full boost in the tank. I'm going for a solid play there. Okay, they back up. They triple commit here. All three of them. All three of them right there. This guy, Junior. He's gonna try and hit it. I'm hitting it off of this wall, having it basically pass to myself and then into the goal. One of those things I would keep a lookout for, because they commit hard here. And they can punish that. Yeah, God, punish that. Hit it either off the wall, or I think you're going to try and go for the goal, and you're just not your car's not in a position to make that punch. I appreciate the attempt, though. But yeah, punish that, man. Even if you can't make this goal, force apply that pressure, which is actually what I think you do here. Yeah, force them to make a play. Bump him, hit him. Don't let him just dribble like that. You're at a boost, pass in the middle, perfect. That's all you can do. And it works out great. Nice pass. I would have gone back to corner there. Wow, that works out. Yeah, so I'll send you the Excel file with this video. I'll let you know what I saw, some of the bigger ones that I saw. But honestly, I think your positioning and your game sense and your mechanics are all pretty good. I think there's some obvious things that you can work on. The fast aerial is something that got it. Like once you get it down, it's the most amazing thing in the world, and I promise you, you're gonna climb. But somebody's telling you that your game sense or your positioning is bad. I don't buy that. I think your position is actually really good. I thought you had a more defensive mind there, and it really paid off. And they would have had a lot more goals hadn't been in the positions that you were. This guy, Thrill, ball chaser, dude. That's something you just got to deal with as you climb. But other than that, I'd say good job. Keep it up, dude. You'll for sure climb.